Company presents the Abbott and Costello Kids Show, transcribed in Hollywood, with our guest star Arthur Dagwood Lace and featuring the Lou Costello Jr. Youth Foundation Award. Every Saturday morning on this program, some lucky boy or girl receives hundreds of dollars with a valuable gift and a $500 savings fund. Every boy and girl in the country is eligible for this award. We'll tell you how to win it later in the program. But first, let's have some laughs with our stars, Fred Abbott and Lou Costello.
All right, here I am, Costello.
Well, good.
Hey, what was that awful crash I heard in your house this morning?
Well, my little cousin Will, he got an electric train for Christmas. And me and him were playing with it. The train was running around the room, and just as it passed me, I thought I saw an empty seat, so I jumped for it.
Costello, how do you manage to be the dumbest dope in the world?
Well, I don't deserve all the credit, Abbott. No, my brother helped me.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You know how many kids are listening to you right now?
Oh, sure. On this show, I got 67 million kids listening to me.
Costello, there are only 50 million kids in the United States.
Yes, but some of them kids have Mexican friends.
I thought you were going to have something special to tell the kids today.
Well, but I have. Now, all the kiddies all over the country, they get close up to the radio. And I'll really get real close. I want to get very chummy with you. Because Uncle Lou is going to tell you the story of Romeo and Juliet.
Ah, that's a beautiful story.
Just a second, Abbott. I tell the story all alone, and I don't need any help from you.
All right, no argument.
Go sit down and rest your hands and face.
All right.
Now, Romeo was the...
Now, wait a minute. That story was written by...
I'll tell him who the story was written by.
All right, long as you tell him.
Kiddies. It was written by a fellow named Shakespeare who was a great ether. He was the guy...
Wait a minute. Not ether. You mean author. Ether puts people to sleep.
That's what this story is going to do. Now, Romeo was the leading character in the story and his father's only son. Now, his father...
he was his father's heir.
Yes. What did you say?
His father's heir.
His father didn't have any hair.
He was bald-headed. All right. Go ahead.
Now, but will you keep out of this and don't get technicalities?
All right, go ahead with your story.
Now, the girl in the story was Juliet, and her father threw a big party for Juliet to give her a little shove into society.
Oh, she was making her debut.
Yes. She was making her what?
Debut.
I don't like your attitude. I am telling this story.
All right, go ahead and tell it.
So Juliet's father invited a lot of people over to the house.
Yes. In other words, the people who are coming in to her coming out party.
Yes. Now, how can you come in to come out? He was already inside.
Well, naturally, she had to come in to come out.
What did she want to come out for? She was inside,
I understand that.
This wasn't an outdoor affair. It was on the inside.
Of course.
But if the people are going to come in to come out and she's coming out to come in...
Oh, wait a minute.
Why don't they all stay home?
But, Costello, you don't understand. The party is supposed to bring her out.
Oh, why should the party bring her out? What did the little girl do? The party didn't even start. Right away, some guy wants to drag her out.
No.
Why don't you leave the girl alone, Abbott?
Costello, will you please?
She wasn't drinking.
That's good.
Maybe she had one popsicle.
Never mind. What happened to Romeo?
I'm coming to that.
Oh.
Juliet's father didn't like Romeo, so he didn't invite him to the party. Romeo had to sneak in.
How did he do it?
He got himself a match. Then he borrowed some clothes from another guy, and then he went to the party.
Oh. Romeo went in disguise.
Yes. He went in disguised clothes. You've got to stop butting in.
I'm only trying to find out why Juliet's father didn't like Romeo.
Romeo's father and Juliet's father had been fighting for 15 years.
Which family brought on the feud?
They both brought on the feud, but he wouldn't eat it. The poor little guy was lovesick. He was starved. He was thin. He was frail.
He must have looked wan.
Yes. What did you say?
He looked wan. Don't you know what wan is?
Sure. One is the number before two.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Now, Juliet would sit on a balcony, and she then...
Wait a minute. Why did she sit on the balcony?
Because she couldn't afford a seat in the orchestra. Why do you keep questioning me? She wanted to sit in the balcony.
All right. Go ahead.
Up there, you can smoke.
All right. Go ahead with it. Come on. Let's get to it.
Now, when Juliet saw Romeo under the balcony, she got excited and dropped her handkerchief. And zoop! He picked it up and brought it to her. Then she...
Wait a minute. What did Juliet do when Romeo gave her the handkerchief?
she's done like anybody else.
Well, what? What?
Oh, you know.
Well, you know the story, don't you?
Oh, sure.
Then what did Juliet do when Romeo gave her the hanky?
He wiped her nose.
Why do you make me say those things? You should be ashamed of yourself, Costello. You've taken one of the greatest masterpieces that was ever written, one of the most beautiful love stories in history, and made it a ridiculous mumble-jumbo. Why do you do these things?
Oh, I'm a bad boy.
And now the singing star of the Abbott and Costello Kids Show, 9-year-old Anna Mae Slaughter. Sings for kids everywhere. It's a good day. It's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning to night. Yes, it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. Everything's a game, nothing to lose, 'cause it's a good day from morning to night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun, shining, shining today. You know you gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing, and you know you got to right away, 'cause it's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a good day for keeping your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills, 'cause it's a good day from morning to night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun, light and shine today. You know you gotta get going if you're gonna make it showing, and you know you got to right away, 'cause it's like a day for paying your bills, and it's a good day for keeping your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills, 'cause it's a good day, a good day, a good day for singing a song. And now it is my pleasure to present our guest star for today, Arthur Lake, star and producer of 16 Fathom Street, better known to all his friends as Dagwood Bumstead.
Hi, kid.
Did you bring Cookie over with you?
No, I didn't, Johnny. Blondie and I are kind of punishing Cookie. Because Saturday night I found out she didn't take her bath.
Well, how'd you find out that Cookie didn't take her bath?
Huh? What'd you say?
How'd you find out that Cookie didn't take her bath?
Yeah, she forgot to wet the soap. But I was too smart for her. Say, what are all the kids doing here, huh?
Oh, they came over here to see Abbott and Costello.
You mean their mothers let them? Oh, boy. Blondie and I won't let Alexander play with Costello anymore. He's a bad boy. How do you say that?
I heard you, Deadwood.
Look, my name is not Deadwood, it's Dagwood. Look, Costello, I think you're the worst boy in our neighborhood. Why, even in school, you're at the tail end of the class.
Well, what's the difference? They teach the same thing at both ends.
Well, you're so smart. Why did they kick you out of school last year?
On account of geography. I didn't know where the Rocky Mountains were.
Well, it serves you right. In the future, remember where you put things.
Deadwood, did you ever go to school stupid?
Huh?
Did you ever go to school stupid?
Yeah, and I came out the same way.
Calling Dagwood stupid. Now tell him you're sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Dagwood, I'm sorry you're stupid.
Yeah, and I accept your apology.
Get a load of him. He's got 2 kids and... On with the next line.
Yeah, Mr. Abbott, you should teach your son Costello some manners.
Son?
Yeah.
Son? Costello's not my son.
Not your son?
Heavens, no.
Then what excuse do you have for keeping him around, huh?
Now, just a second, Dogwood.
Dagwood.
You can't talk like that about me. I'm a pretty tough guy, see?
Yeah.
And I hang around with a pretty tough mob, see?
Just how tough is your mob?
Well, any guy with teeth is considered a sissy. And if you get caught carrying a handkerchief, you get kicked out of the mob.
Pay no attention to Costello, Dagwood. Tell me, how are the children?
Oh, pretty good. That is all but the baby. He just can't get him to eat his mashed potatoes.
You should do like my mother done with me when I wouldn't eat.
What did she do?
He'd hit me on top of the head, and when I opened my mouth to holler, in went the mashed potatoes.
Costello, didn't I see you this morning pushing your sister's baby around the block in a carriage?
Yeah, I saw you too. And when you got back, you had a different baby and a different carriage. Well, what did your sister say to that?
She didn't say nothing. It was a much better carriage.
Costello, you're impossible.
Now, my little cookie is much smarter than you are. Why, when she gets home from school, she remembers everything the teacher said. Can you do that?
No, but she lives closer to the school than I do.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
You ain't so smart either, you know, Deadwood.
Dagwood.
Excuse me. Suppose you could be any kind of animal in the world. What would you like to be?
Oh, I'd like to be a bird so I could flutter around. What would you like to be?
An elephant, so I could squirt water on people.
No. Costello, shame on you. Forgive him, Dagwood.
Yeah.
He's sleepy.
Yes, I ain't been getting much sleep lately.
Well, why don't you try being a good boy, and then the Sandman will throw sand in your eyes.
If the Sandman throws sand in my eyes, I'll kick him in the puss.
Never mind him, Dagwood. How's the baby looking these days?
Oh, just beautiful. He has my eyes, Blondie's hair, and Alexander's nose.
Yesterday, he had your father-in-law's teeth.
Now, Costello, you keep away from Dagwood's kid. I saw you this morning standing across the street throwing spitballs at Alexander. Why did you throw them from across the street?
Yeah, well, he couldn't get any closer to him. You see, Alexander's got the mumps.
You know, you look kind of lumpy yourself, Dagwood.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, I had to leave the house early this morning. I didn't have any breakfast, so I brought the makings of a Dagwood sandwich with me in the front of my shirt. So if you'll excuse me, I'll take them out. Doggone it, there goes the ketchup. Hey, stand aside, boys. I'm going to make the sandwich.
Boy, look at him go. Ham, lamb, chicken, pig, knuckles, cheese, frogs, legs, pickles, relish, mustard, 6 slices of bread. Brother, what a sandwich.
Now I'm going to eat it.
Ouch! He bit me. Right in the back.
Well, I feel better now. And Costello, I must warn you not to fight with Alexander anymore. He told me he'd kick your teeth in.
Costello, do you fight with Alexander?
Oh, sure.
But he's just a boy. Why, he wears short pants.
So what? When Joe Louis fights, he wears short pants, too. Anyways, I ain't afraid of Alexander, and I ain't afraid of you either, Deadwood.
Oh, no?
No. Here, Deadwood, knock this tip off my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. Now knock this one off.
Yeah.
All right, let me see you knock this one off.
Costello, what are you doing?
I'm tiring him out. Now, Deadwood, I'm going to draw a line between us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I dare you to step over the line.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I stepped over the line. Now what?
Now you're on my side.
Costello, you're acting like an idiot.
Who's that?
Dagwood is our guest. You should entertain him.
Okay, Dagwood, what would you like to do?
Oh, hey, how about a little game of jacks? I brought my own jacks along.
Oh, goody, goody. Can I play?
Ah, but this game is between Deadwood and me. Why don't you run over to Muller's Brothers' used car lot and show them what a real wreck looks like?
Well, come on, Costello. I'll go first.
All right. Now, remember, we're playing fair and square. Drop the jack.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
1 Z,
Mm-hmm.
2 Z,
Mm-hmm.
3 Z,
Mm-hmm.
4 Z.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I dropped the ball.